Hey guys, how's it going? It's Matt here. I have a little STEM activity for us to do today. I know everyone's bored inside, so the more things we can do to preoccupy ourselves, I think the better. I don't know about you guys, but one of my favorite things to do when the weather starts to get nice outside is to go out for ice cream. So since we can't do that, I am going to show you a way that you can make ice cream right in your house very, very easily, okay? So you're going to need a couple of different supplies. So first thing that we need is we need our milk, our coffee creamer, some salt, sugar of course, because that's what makes our ice cream so delicious, and then also a little bit of vanilla flavoring, because that is how I like my ice cream, some different measuring utensils, and two different bags, one small bag and one much larger bag. Okay, so basically I'm just going to take through the steps simply and kind of explain what is going on. So the first thing that we want to do is we want to put our mixture here that's going to become the ice cream in this small bag, okay? So the things that we need to add to it, the first thing we need is 1 tablespoon of sugar. So I have my sugar right here like so, and my measuring cups. So the first thing I need is 1 tablespoon, so I'm going to go to the tablespoon, grab a little bit of sugar, and that is going to go right into my bag, like so. Okay, so as you can see, we got some sugar in the bottom of the bag. Okay, the next thing that we need is we need half a cup of half and half. So what I am going to do is I am going to take a fourth of a cup and fill it up with milk, and then do my coffee creamer and add it to the bag like so. So here goes the milk. I am going to fill this up like so, trying not to spill. Okay, so here is my milk. Open up the bag, toss the milk in there like so. Make sure all that goes down to the bottom. After that, I'm going to add the coffee creamer. I do French vanilla because that is what I put in my coffee. But really, you can use any kind of creamer, any kind of cream will work. So now I fill that up. Down right here. Go back to our original mixture. Add our creamer. Okay, so there goes that. Now the last thing that I'm going to add, and this is kind of optional. You don't need to add flavoring, but if you have it, I would definitely suggest putting some in there. So I need a fourth of a tablespoon of my vanilla flavoring. So I grab that. I'm going to try to fill this up very carefully. Okay. So now this is the last thing that's going to go inside this small bag. Okay. Just going to move the mixture around a little bit so I can get all the vanilla down to the bottom. And now that leaves us with this right here like so. Basically it just looks like some milk. Okay, so the next thing that we need to do is we need to figure out how to turn this into ice cream. That is what the big bag comes in for. We can move all this out of the way. Okay. So now I move on to the big bag, like so. What I'm going to do with the big bag is simply just add some ice. Okay, so now I have my big bag, which is basically filled with some ice. So now at this point, this is where it might get a little bit tricky. So now we can't just put the mixture straight into the bag because it won't freeze. So what we are going to do is we are going to add some salt. What the salt is going to do is it's actually going to start melting some of the ice. I'm going to add half of a cup of salt. So you would think that it doesn't really make sense to add the salt because the ice is going to melt, but what that's going to do is as the ice starts to melt, the water from the ice melting is actually going to try to refreeze. So that's going to bring the freezing temperature below what it normally would be because of the salt. So once we do that, that should give us the ability to change our ice cream. I'm going in sugar, I want salt. Okay, yep, so like I said, this is half a cup of salt. So that's going to go in there like so. Shake it up a little bit. I'm going to put a little bit more ice on top. Okay, now comes the fun part. Besides eating the ice cream, of course. Okay. Let me just make sure I'm not skipping anything. Okay, so we want to make sure both of our bags are sealed properly. And then the small bag is going to go inside the big bag. And try to get it so all the ice is around it. Okay. So now in order to get it to freeze, we're just basically going to shake the bag. I have oven mitts because it's freezing. And we're just going to shake it for about 5 minutes. So yeah, so this should basically work like a freezer, and we'll get what's called a physical change to make the creamy mixture that we created into some regular ice cream. So that's about 2.5 minutes. I'm gonna check it out, see what we got going on in here. So now if you look, it's slowly starting to change texture and become a little bit closer to ice cream. So I think if we keep going for a couple more minutes, we should be able to take it out and have some decent ice cream. You know, if you were looking for some physical activity, this kind of works as well. Okay. Sorry, I know that was a little long and boring, but if you look and see, it all kind of went to the top. But if you look in the bag, it is now ice cream. See, if I open up the bag and peel it back, yeah, so after doing this, I would probably use a smaller bag because it looks like most of mine got caught around. But if you look in, there's some little pieces of ice cream. So yeah, so like I said before, that's something that you guys can do if you're looking for ways to stay occupied inside. You're looking to make yourself a nice tasty treat. But yeah, I hope you try the lesson, enjoy the lesson, leave some thoughts about it, things you learned, things that you would have done differently in the comments, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.